Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're back with another match preview. This time it's Sheffield United versus Swansea City in the Sky Bet Championship this Saturday, 3 PM kick-off away at Bramall Lane. So yeah, it's going to be a tough one. They're flying high this season. We're not, doing so great. Recently, we've been a bit up and down. Obviously, we bottled that lead against Birmingham so late on once again, which is just frustrating because those 3 points could have been really valuable, but it made a decent vlog, I guess. It wasn't, it was a good performance, but, you've got to hold on in moments like that if you want to be fighting at the top at the end of the table. But yeah, what do you think going into this game?
It's definitely going to be one of the hardest games this season, no doubt about it. Last season we lost Sheffield United 4-0. It wasn't a great experience. It was a Morgan Gibbs White masterclass. Obviously Sheffield United got that, got a good win against Wrexham in the end. Unfortunately it wasn't meant to be for Wrexham in the FA Cup, but they went on a good run anyway. But yeah, Sheffield United in the league, currently second, doing absolutely superb. I think they are definitely going to be a team that will get automatic promotion, no doubt about that. I think their squad's just too strong. Obviously, compared to all the other teams, they have spent probably the most money in terms of bringing in the players. There's McBurney, 20 million, Brewster around about the same. So they have spent quite a bit of money over the last few years, but they are a brilliant squad. It's going to be hard for us to at least get a point in this game, I reckon. Our recent form hasn't been good, obviously losing to Birmingham, which is heartbreaking. And then obviously that 1-1 draw against QPR just before, because we didn't have an FA Cup tie. That game wasn't really that great either. So we aren't really on that good form at all. So we do desperately need this win, no doubt about it, especially to keep up with all the other teams. But yeah, it's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, and then now going on to the injury news then. So starting off for Sheffield United, they got 6 players out. Number 1 is George Baldock with a muscle injury. Secondly, Enda Stevens also with a muscle injury. Thirdly, John Fleck with a calf injury. Fourthly, our former man Ryan Brewster with a hamstring. Likewise with Wales international Rhys Norrington-Davis. And then Jack O'Connell's out with a knee injury. And then Luke will give it the Swansea injury.
Oh yeah, for Swans, it's just Stephen Bender. Obviously, as we've seen, we've had Liam Walsh coming back into training, which is obviously good to see. Hopefully he can try and get some more minutes for the Swans, because he hasn't had, a great, he hasn't been good since he's been at the club, really, to be honest. He's had hardly any chances, because he's been so injury prone, so hopefully he can try and get into the team and put in some good performances.
Yeah, and then now going on to the key players then. So, starting for Sheffield United, I'm going to go with another one of our former men, Ollie McBurney, a bit of a fan favourite down here, but obviously, he won't be taking any of that into account when he plays us on Saturday, but I'd go with him. I think he's been terrific this season. Secondly, Sander Berg, powerhouse in midfield. And thirdly, I'm probably going to go with Iliman Ndiaye, but would you add anyone else?
I'll go for the young centre-back, the Bosnian international. I think it's Ahmedzovic, or something like that. Probably pronounced it wrong, but I think he's had a very good season at Sheffield United. I think he's been one of their better defensive players this season. I think he's been an absolute, a phenomenal player for someone who's, really, still really young. So I'll go for him. I think, I'll go for Billy Sharp as well. Obviously got a lot of experience. He did make some ridiculous comments in that interview against Wrexham, but overall as a footballer, he is really, really good. He's been obviously, playing for ages. He's been at Sheffield United for a long period of time, smashing in goals. So I'd say he's definitely a massive threat for the experience. And I'm going to go for James McAtee as well, a player who a few years ago Swans were linked with, and I can understand why. I think he's a phenomenal player. He also had a decent game against Wrexham. Probably could have had a hat-trick, to be honest with you. He missed obviously that one-on-one chance, but he's still been phenomenal for Sheffield United this season. His passing is just ridiculous. And I'd add those 3 players.
Yeah, and then for the Swans, there's any Sheffield United fans watching us, I think these are the players you need to look out for. Number 1, I'm going to go with Ollie Cooper. He's been one of our better players this season. Secondly, I'm going to go with Joel Perreault, again, been one of our better players this season. And thirdly, I'm going to go with informed striker Liam Cullen. But would you add anyone else?
I say this player all the time, but Jay Fulton, he doesn't put in a bad performance. Week in, week out, he's absolutely superb in my opinion. I think overall, at this moment in time, could be one of our better midfielders. I know we got Joe Allen, Matt Grimes, our captain, who's been really, really good this season. But I think Jay Fulton, he's definitely been, definitely our most underrated player, no doubt about it. And I think he's been absolutely phenomenal, so I'll add him to that list as well.
Yeah, and then now going on to the team lineup I'm going to go with then. So in goals I'm going to go with Andy Fisher. Right back I'm going to go with Joel Latibodiere. Left back I'm going to go with Ryan Manning. Two centre backs I'm going to go with Nathan Wood and Harry Darling. In midfield I'm going to go with Matt Grimes and Jay Fulton. And then I'm going to go with Olivier Encham, Luke Cundle and Ollie Cooper, and then Joel Perot up front. But what about you?
Yeah, in goal I'll go for Andy Fisher. Right back I'll go for Matty Sorinola. He has to come back into the side. And then left back Ryan Manning. Two centre backs. I think Kabang's will be on really bad form, but I know Martin's going to pick him, so I think we'll probably have to go for Cabango. And I'm going to put Cal Norton in there. I feel like Harry Darling, I thought he had a terrible game coming on against Birmingham, so I don't think he should start. So I'll go for Norton and Cabango as the two centre backs. Free midfield, I'll go for Grimes, Fulton, and Joe Allen. And then three up top, I'll go for Ollie Cooper, Liam Cullen, and Joel Pro.
Yeah, and then finally onto the score prediction then. So as I've said, it will be a tough one. I'm not really expecting us to get anything out of it. So I'm going to say Sheffield United 2, Swansea City 1. I'm going to go Joel Perot to score for us and to score for them. I'm going to go with Ollie McBurney. It would just be typical, wouldn't it? And I'm also going to go with Sander Burge. But what's your score prediction?
Unfortunately, I think it'll be a similar repeat to last season. I think they are an incredible side. They've got a great attacking force, and defensively they're quite strong as well. So I think overall they will beat us, no doubt about it. And over Sheffield United 3, Swansea City 0, I just don't see us scoring in this game at all. I think Billy Sharp will get a goal. I think obviously McBurney will get a goal as well, and I think Innerman and Joy will get a goal as well.
Yeah, obviously a massive thanks once again for watching this. We will be back tomorrow with a matchday vlog, as we will be making a trip up there to watch the game. So yeah, obviously a massive thanks once again for watching this, and stay tuned for tomorrow.